Welcome to Fake Fighting Frenzy.
I'm just doing another one.
I'm Steven.
I'm D-Rock.
And we're going to talk about R-Truth apparently? What are we
We're talking about the R-Truth? Okay. So, continuing from my analysis of hilarious 2012 Raws, there's an episode where The Miz is like afraid of R-Truth beating his ass because R-Truth is stalking him. Oh my god.
So R-Truth's the worst type of stalker.
Yeah, no, he's terrible. He's just waiting to beat the Miz's ass. And the Miz goes to John Laurinaitis, who is the GM of Raw at this point, which is awesome. I love John Laurinaitis. And he's like, I need protection, you know. I'm the Miz. R-Truth is threatening me, and blah blah blah. And John Laurinaitis is like, lol, and tells him that he has a match with Sheamus, and the Miz is like, what the? I have a match. I'm gonna be a sitting duck out there. And then the Miz walks away, and R-Truth creeps out of the shadows, and just turns to the camera and goes. No, he goes, no, it's not that. It's quack. It's obviously quack, obviously, because it's the duck.
Oh, he doesn't make chicken noises, he makes duck noises?
So he flaps his arm and he goes, whack, 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 whack. And that's it. That's the end of the segment. So stupid. So
the writers really got paid to tell R-Truth to walk out there and quack like a
duck?
Yeah,
absolutely. $1 billion writing staff. So then later on, the Miz is like throughout the night he's like going around backstage trying to like enlist people to back him up, and at one point he goes to Ricardo Rodriguez and he tells him to go to the ring and call out R-Truth, and he tells him to say the most offensive things he can imagine to get R-Truth out of there.
Oh no.
So no, and obviously that's the thing that's in your mind. Oh my god, he's gonna, say the most offensive thing you can say to a black person. But no. He goes out there and starts telling him that like he smells bad and he has bad breath and he's not a very good wrestler and shit like that. And eventually R-Truth comes out, and Little Jimmy is obviously telling him that he should beat Ricardo Rodriguez's ass. But instead, to placate him into not beating his ass, he forces Ricardo Rodriguez to sing La Cucaracha.
What?
Yeah. Sing.
So you're asking the Mexican guy to sing La Cucaracha?
Yeah.
To avoid,
yes.
And this is the PG era, they say?
This is PG. This is 2012.
Sounds like the offensive era.
Yeah, it's fucking. It's just like shock treatment, basically. So Ricardo Rodriguez actually sings a pretty entertaining remix of La Cucaracha that involves him like sort of rapping.
Whoa!
Which is pretty funny.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Ricardo Rodriguez hasn't been on Raw in a while.
Yeah, he's been gone
ever since he repped RVD, left, and
ever since
Del Rio.
He disappeared at like the same time as RVD, pretty much. It seems like I don't know why. Like why?
We saw him
there
at Elimination Chamber. He was on the Spanish announce table.
Oh yeah, that's what he's doing now.
And he's been Spanish announce table guy.
He's doing Spanish announce. But he should go back to being fucking Del Rio's valet. No one cares about Del Rio anymore. Everyone loved him when he was doing the Alberto.
Maybe Ricardo doesn't want to be with a heel. Maybe
I think
he doesn't care.
He just wants a paycheck. I don't think it has anything to do with what he wants. But yeah, some very interesting Raws
of the past.
Yeah. I'm basically like the whole reason I started doing that was just like because the pay-per-views take on so much more meaning if you have like the whole story,
context.
Yeah, leading up to it. So, which is what like when I started watching the Raws from like '93, and they were the first two are like leading up to the Royal Rumble, and it made me want to watch the Royal Rumble. I was like,
obviously, yeah.
and that's actually a really good Royal Rumble. The '93 Royal Rumble is like a really good, like, but top to bottom the card is like really good. There's a really awesome Shawn Michaels Marty Jannetty match for the Intercontinental title and other stuff. Yokozuna wins the Royal Rumble. Bob Backlund goes for an hour and 2 minutes and breaks Ric Flair's record for the Royal Rumble. But it also made me want to watch, because I kept watching going on forward through 1993, and it made me want to watch WrestleMania 9, and I'm so glad I did, because it's the worst. It's the worst, but it's also the best, because it's just like the most overbooked fucking nonsense WrestleMania. And I just love hearing them sell it as like the greatest WrestleMania ever. They say that constantly. It was obviously the greatest WrestleMania of all time. But it wasn't, obviously, because it featured Giant Gonzalez getting disqualified for using ether on The Undertaker. It featured the narcissist Lex Luger, or Narcissus, as Bobby Heenan would call him, because he didn't know how to pronounce narcissist, apparently.
Apparently people in the 80s didn't know big words.
Yeah, right.
3 syllables.
They barely know him now.
Narcissist. Is that 3 syllables or 4 syllables?
Narcissist, that's 3.
That's 3? Okay. I would.
Narcissist.
I'm more interested in the Raws and the Nitros, because as a kid, I was always more interested in the storylines and the matches.
Right, yeah.
I was more interested in the talking parts than the actual wrestle parts.
I mean,
I'm dying to see what those old Nitros look like.
You kind of have to have that. I mean, there's a lot of good wrestling that's good on its own, but when you have like the full it's the full story, not just like the little video package that they have beforehand. Mm-hmm. It makes it so much more layered and like emotionally complex, and you get the full pathos of what's going on.
That's right. Wrestling is emotionally complex.
Raw is pathos. And speaking of Raw is pathos, that's a perfect segue into Seth Rollins and the Shield.